Good morning, drummers. Unbeknownst to all of you, I get my motivation from Shia LaBeouf right before I start. It makes me laugh. All right. We are going to be using the free resources on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. There's over 1,400 hours of free drumming content. By the end of this month, I think it'll be at 1,500. At least in May, for sure. Every day I'm adding a new exercise to work on, but today I'm going to focus on one exercise. It's all the way down, past all this stuff, and nope, past that. It's in the technique section. It's called diddle timing. So I'm going to be working on that, and then I'm going to chop out at the end. But before I do all of that, I'm going to do a little warm-up and stretch and massage. And let's see here. I was having fun with the Swiss drag variations the other day. Specifically, the 1-2-4 accent pattern, which is sometimes also called backwards grid. And let's see here. We were doing it with the Swiss drags on accents. Now, all of the play-alongs that you can find on my website, there's over 500 grid variations. But if you go into the timestamps in the description of each one of these, you can just jump specifically to a BPM. So I'm going to start at 80. Here we go. Make sure the volume's up. Yeah, we're good. I'm just trying to warm up. Go up by fives until I feel like I'm at a point where I'm ready to go for the warm-up, and then I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'll come back to this, and I'm going to intentionally push my hands to play faster than I probably should. Nah, I'm actually just going to basically find my breaking point for fun. Just push my hands, brain, think, and play a little faster. By the way, thank you for the follows on Facebook. Got 3 of them in a row. Whoops. So I appreciate it. Robert, Leonardo, and Victor. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Or afternoon, or evening, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the universe. Bad attack. Okay, they weren't great on that, so there's a reason why I'm working on that today, folks. But first I gotta warm up. It's important to warm up and stretch and massage every time you drum. Get your hands going. Oh, good stretch. Thank you, Trent, for the follow on Facebook. So I'm multi-streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick simultaneously. All of the platforms. But it's interesting how I just got like 4 follows on Facebook in a row. Fascinating. I wonder what video popped off. Let's see. Gotta check this real quick. It's from the provider that is going to be delivering groceries. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ah, they don't have the eggplant. Oh, that's all right. And they don't have the fancy bread. All right, we're going to get the less fancy bread. Okay. That's fine. Confirm. Alright. Let's do 110. And then I'll chop out after that. After I do a stretch massage. I think I got enough blood flowing in my hands. That was mental, so I was about to play a flam drag rather than a Swiss drag. Don't do that, Jared. All right, we are going to do a stretch and massage routine. I do this every single time I stream. I highly recommend it for everybody. If I do that, oh, that makes it a little bit better. Okay, so you hold your sticks, palms facing up. You go in. Oh, yeah. And then you just hold her here. Woo-wee. This is a good stretch. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Then we go back. Oh, yeah. And we go this way, and we hold her here. Nice. Then we go this way, and we hold her here. This is if you're doing traditional, but I'm not, so I'm going to skip through that. Okay, now I'm going to stretch the tendons. We're going to go through this, and we're going to do one at a time, or you could do it on your pad, or you could do it on the wall. I'll show you on the wall. So on the wall, you're going to go lower to deepen the stretch, but you don't put all your weight into it. You don't want to break anything. Don't tear your tendons. Sweet. Now that we kind of stretch the underside, we're going to stretch the top side. So you could do it one at a time. You could do it on your pad, or you could do it on the wall. But this time, the higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Again, don't put all your weight into it. Give you a nice view of my booty. Now that we've stretched this part, we're going to stretch each one of the fingers, one at a time. So thumb to thumb, then index to index. Oh, good stretch. 5 out of 5 stars. Would stretch again. Middle finger. Itch your nose. Why does my nose get so itchy in the morning? I don't understand. Is there an itchologist in the chat who can tell me? I should say chats, plural, since I'm on multiple platforms simultaneously. Interesting. That's interesting. So, Kick's chat is locked. I wonder why. I don't know. It don't matter. Okay, so now that we've stretched, we're going to massage. So I'm going to do thumb on top, massaging, and fingers underneath. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a spot. Nice. And then we go this way. Nice. Okay. We're back here. Okay. It's very important to take care of your arms, your hands, or you won't be able to drum. Ask me how I know. Alright, so now I'm going to massage the back side with the fingers and the palm with the thumb. Again, just loosening everything up. And then base to tip of the fingers, massaging at least 2 times for each finger. Every finger is going to be different every day. Some days you might do more, some days you might do less. Ooh. Alright, let me massage the other one. And we're massaging those. Probably could have done more on the palm, but it feels alright. It's just tickling my nose. There's Minnie here. Minnie's my dog. You can see her on my gaming streams. But right now she's on top of her 2-story doggo fort. Did I injure my hands playing drums? Nah. Well, not right now. In the past I did. So I have a stretch and massage routine that I do every single time that I do these streams. And every single time I practice, because in the past I have injured it. So I got tendonitis. I popped a vein in my wrist, like this turned all purple. I got bursitis, where my elbow inflated to the point where you could not see the bone here. It was so swollen I could not do any kind of motion like this. It was just kind of like stuck like this, so I couldn't drum for over a month. Let's see. I'm starting to see signs of carpal tunnel, etc. So after, all of that and not being able to drum, I was like, 1, I need to fix my technique because that's not good. And 2, I need to take better care of my hands. So every single one of these drumming streams that I do in the mornings, you'll see that I do a stretch and massage routine before I get back at it. Speaking of, we just finished the stretch and massage routine. We're going to be playing through this, and I'm intentionally going to chop out with this. We're going to find the breaking point just for fun, and then I'm going to work on that diddle grind. Okay, so this is Swiss drag on accents 1-2-4 variation of grid, 16th note. It is very important. Highly recommend. Which is why I model it in every one of these. And when I used to teach drumline and private lessons and whatnot, like all the students, yeah, you gotta stretch. Especially with like marching band and whatnot, you gotta do like full body stretch. Or you'll injure yourself. Hi! Okay, we're almost at the breaking point, and then I'm going to work on relaxing my diddle timing. Okay, so 125. What is my favorite song to play? 8 on a hand. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really have a favorite. What about you, though? Probably one of my favorite chop exercises to play is Velvet Knight's 5/4 shopping spree. I did that in yesterday's stream, so if you go into the timestamps, you can jump straight to it, but it's at the end. That one's a fun one. But we're going to chop out with this one, and then I'm going to work on diddle timing here in a minute. This is probably the breaking point. That went better than I thought it would. You don't play a lot anymore? Nah, I hear you. I had to take a long pause because of school. But then I finished school. And I was like, I miss drumming. Here we go. All right. So that was one of the 500 grid variations on my website. So the one that I was just talking about, Pizza Eater, is Velvet Knight's 5/4 shopping spree. This one's a good one. So here's what it looks like. I highly recommend playing through it. It's a good chop exercise, but I'm not working on that. Scroll past the limb independent stuff. Scroll past the 500 grid variations. Yeah, get to my prior streams, tips that I kind of extract from those streams. And then we get into the technique stuff, which we're working on diddle timing this morning, because I'm actually wearing my obsessive compulsive percussion disorder shirt, which you can see what that says if you click on it. But I'm going to obsess over improving my diddle timing. So let me show you what this exercise sounds, looks like, etc. when we just play through it, I don't know, 120. It's a nice, comfortable speed. And then we're going to slow it down all the way to 40. Hoo-wee. So we have diddle on 1 with 3 different speeds. Now diddle on 2. And then diddle on 3. And then a synthesis where it's all 3 of the patterns, normal interpretation. And we're going to slow this down, boop, to 40. As always, you can jump to whatever BPM you want in the timestamps in the description of every one of the several hundred play-alongs on my website. But this one, we're just going to start at the very beginning. And and we're on that grind. I'm specifically focusing on trying to relax my accents because yesterday when I was playing grid variations, I was too heavy. Early. Slightly rush. Late. Now we're in the boring part of the stream, but hopefully you'll play along. Try it. Even if you don't have sticks, you can wrist it. Late. Still late. A little late. Still a little too heavy on the accents, so I'm trying to lighten them up. Okay, so now we're on the synthesis. This is kind of your way to assess how does it sound now. Woo! Too relaxed. Caught it. There's a little improvised stick flip. Now, by the way, before I play this at 41, you'll notice that I'm using a triangle fulcrum. So triangle fulcrum is kind of spread out between these three fingers. So your thumb, your index, and your middle finger. And so we are not putting them all in the same spot. We're dividing it out a little bit. And these fingers just kind of provide some space and a little bit of control. So I'm not actively engaging the fingers. I'm basically doing all wrists, especially at this speed. Like you can wrist all these. And I'm doing this with both my hands, trying to stay nice and relaxed. If I was doing traditional grip, like back when I used to march, same idea. Trying to stay nice and loose, giving the space in the stick so that way it can vibrate when you are playing, as opposed to making it sound like this. We want to have that resonant hum. There is a video on my website that kind of like demonstrates the two differences between them. If you go under the lessons and tips, it's like, what does relaxed accents or something like that sound like? So check it out. But I highly recommend this approach because it allows your wrist to move more. So if you are squeezing your thumb and your index finger, and so you have a 2-point fulcrum rather than the triangle one, then it's going to make it so you can't actually bend your wrist. So as soon as you squeeze that, you can't do it. So if you check it out, like just moving your wrist, just nice and relaxed with your fingers out here, you're able to do that. Cool. But then as soon as you squeeze your fingers, you can't bend your wrist. So then it becomes all finger control. And that's not the technique that I use. That's like technique that like a lot of drum lines do use, where they'll use like a modified French grip or something, especially on tenors. But I don't use that. Get a fuller sound if you use your wrist and you stay more relaxed, in my opinion. Anyways, let's resume 41. Here we go. Longest tap off ever. Although I guess the 16th note exercises go all the way down to 20 for the timestamps. So twice as long. Still not relaxed enough. Whatever you think relaxed is, you can be even more relaxed. I learned that from Glenn Crosby. I was like, why do you keep telling me to play relaxed? I am playing relaxed. He's like, basically, let go of the stick. Let it do its thing. Let the stick breathe. create some space in the fulcrum. Oop. That was all mental. I was thinking about one of the earlier comments, and it messed me up. And then talking messed me up a little bit. It's surprisingly hard to talk while doing this. Especially to not sound robotic. Although I kind of got that like moist, critical vocal quality. Mixed with like Ben Shapiro, and a lot of people say I sound like. Accents are better. Yay! Let's get some water. A word from today's sponsor, Mizu. It's great. Mizu is Japanese for water. Wakarimasen. All right, here we go. A wee bit faster. A whole one click. Oh boy. Late. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm working on this slow. It's still not perfect yet. I started playing measure 2. Those are buzzed grace notes, by the way, in case you're wondering what I was doing. Whoops. There we go. So, by the way, I was doing flying accents there, and I was buzzing the grace note. Now, I had some judges, like, for some of the books that I wrote, for some of the drum lines I used to teach, who would, like, be like, oh, it was really bad attack. It's like, no, it's actually written that way. They just didn't understand it. It's not just a grace note. It's not pickup. It's a buzz grace note. But that's okay. That's fine. Judges don't have to understand everything. If I remember correctly, I don't think the people who commented on that were concert percussionists, so they didn't understand. Like, well, you could embellish the note more than just a grace note, you know. Oh, it's muted. There we go. It's quite the grind, folks. Welcome to actual practicing. There's a lot of drummers who stream, who just do covers, like on drum kit and whatnot, which is great. But I'm practicing, showing you how I practice. Hopefully it gives you some ideas of what to look for and how to improve. Using the 1,400 hours of free drumming play-alongs on my website. Which is linked at the top of the screen. myname.com/drum. There's also a bunch of gaming and computer science education content on there as well, so check it out if you're interested. I think my accents could still be more relaxed. That's what I'm focusing on. So I said that I was focusing on the accents when I was working through that, and one of the things that I did that was bad when I first started working with drum lines is I said too much and I moved through things too fast. So if we were playing a rep through this, the exercise that I'm working on right now, if we were to do this, I would say, hey, there's this that was an issue, there's this, work on that, and I'd identify every little thing that was wrong with it. And then we'd play through it, and maybe if it got better after 1 or 2 reps, then cool, we'll move on to the next thing, etc. What I have learned since then is that if you instead focus on one thing and then go through that rep and keep doing it a few times and check for consistency for it being fixed, cool. Then we can focus on the next thing. So what I recommend doing is prioritizing what is the biggest rock that is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. So if it's relaxing the accents or timing of the diddles or whatever, whichever one is the most important thing that is going to clean up the most amount of dirt, focus on that first. And then once it has demonstrated that you've consistently improved that, cool, focus on another thing. But sometimes if you're working on something, it's good to take a break from it. So if you're just sitting here and grinding this out for 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, it's sometimes good to just kind of take a mental pause and play something else, maybe something fun, just a chop exercise, and then come back to the technique exercise that you're working on. So that way your brain doesn't just go into autopilot and stop focusing on what you're doing. So if you keep switching things up every 5 to 10 minutes and kind of come back and forth between things, that can help out not only your own playing, but also the students that you're working with. But again, it kind of depends on attention span, age, etc. So younger students, you might need to jump back and forth between things faster than students who are older, in DCI or WGI or whatever. Cool. Pro tip. Late. Probably get to 1 or to 54, and then I'm gonna chop out. I don't want to burn myself out. Hey, I appreciate the follow on Twitch. I also am helping somebody move today, which is why I'm not doing a Fortnite stream tonight. So I want to make sure that I'm got time for that. But I usually try and keep these drum streams to about an hour ish, depending on what I gotta do that day. Like yesterday was a little shorter. I had to get ready for a computer science education summit that I was helping plan. Which I know is weird for people, that I don't just do one thing. Like, I don't only do the drumming streams, or the gaming streams. I also do computer science education stuff, which is why I've got it neatly organized on my website. I can't speak right now. Get bored with the tap-offs. Well, it's getting more relaxed, which is good. Late. Again, we want to stroke every one of the notes. Don't just let it drop in. Wrist them. Time for some water. ASMR experience. Whoopsies. Okay, so I'm going to go up 5 more clicks. Let's see how long will that take. So 50 to 54, so it's 19. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'll work out just perfect. And then I'm going to chop out. And then I'm going to call it for the day. So I can get ready to help somebody move. Oh, good stretch. A little late. Off on the timing there. I almost played diddle on 1 on the very last measure. Almost made a whoopsie. My timing is still not perfect. It's usually transitions. Let's elaborate on what I was just saying. So this exercise, diddle timing. So yeah, you can slow it down to 40, you can go up to 200, etc. That's great. But one of the things that you really should focus on, especially when you're playing this one slow, is the transitions from one measure into the next. Because it goes slurred, normal, rushed, normal for the diddle interpretation, you want to make sure that it doesn't kind of like blur from one measure into the next, but instead is like a cut and paste, like this is a rhythm, and then you're just kind of going to a completely new phrase and new rhythm without actually having any kind of like merger or blending of the two. So when you're working on this, like really focus on those transitions from beat 4 into beat 1 of the next measure and make sure that it is like a perfect new interpretation of the slurred, rushed, or normal diddles. That's what I'm working on. See, you're slurred out there. Again, those transitions are important. Two more reps of this, and then we're going to chop out. All right, last rep. Noticing that my knees were locking a little bit. Yeah, so more relaxed. Nice. That's what I was going for. Let's go back to my website, and we're gonna do chopping out with Blue Devils 99 shopping spree. 170. I don't know about that. Hoo-wee. All right, let's start at 140. We'll go up by fives, and we'll go until we crash and burn. It'll be fun. Stay tuned, folks. Whoops. Tap off's a lot faster. Well, a little wonky. That's okay. We're just having fun. Stop. All right, 150. It's just kind of going okay. My hands are like, wait, why are you playing fast? We're used to playing slow. Mm-hmm. 160 is probably going to be my breaking point. Let's see if we can do it. 155, 155. Mm-hmm. 160. This will probably be the last rep. thought I was gonna go. Well, let's try 165, folks. But first, water. Actually, it's just an excuse to get my hands a little break. Here we go. Playing with Hardiman hammers, the double taped. Hardiman hammers are like heavy Hardimans. So this is a lot harder than just like playing with normal performance sticks. Wow, the pad is getting porous. All right. Starting to rub off on the bead. Nope. That was fun though. All right. We found the breaking point, that's for sure. If you're interested, you can find that play along and 1,400 hours more. Several hundred play alongs on my website. Decent amount of chop stuff, some limb independent stuff, a few hundred grid variations. All of my prior live streams, including the one I'm doing right now that's live. And then a bunch of technique stuff. And marching bass stuff as well. And even the t-shirt I'm wearing. But anyways, I won't be on tonight. No Fortnite. Hoping somebody move. But I should be on tomorrow morning. I'm planning on beating Deathloop tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. In the morning after a drum stream. But if you want to see what I'm streaming, when I'm streaming next, if you go to /schedule on my website, or when is my next stream, this shows you the times in Eastern time. But anyways, I'm out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.